this would actually make me so happy to do right now. So yes, we'll start with my earlier work. This piece is called Don't Steal My Light. It's basically the trigger of all of this even happened because some man was like, you should have sold that for $50. And he was an artist too. And I was like, oh, you don't value yourself. That's so sad. Then we got Miss Sugar in a Chokehold right here. That's about my type 1 diabetes. She's a real winner in this house. This is me trapping my father's demon. I call it Daddy Demon because it literally looks like my dad. And you know, my dad's never been mean to me since I made that piece. So next we got All Eyes on My Vessel, which is about body dysmorphia and like having to accept being a human being. Yeah. Next, we got Calmly Feel Myself Evolving, which basically inspired this series that I'm currently doing right now, which is called the 12-Step. Here's like the preview of what that is, which is basically going from your lowest self to your highest self, which is what Calmly Feel Myself Evolving is. But like, I wanted to show the steps in between. And then we have this guy right here, which has been in a work in progress for the past year. And this one's called Picking Myself Up Again and Again and Again. This right here, I had drawn like a victim underneath, but then I was like, why am I victimizing myself? I'm a powerful ass bitch. I don't know. It just gives like my style of like, I don't know. People have compared it to like pharaoh drawing and I'm like, true. This is one of my subconscious expressionism pieces, which I call the Tree of Life. Cause like, she is the Tree of Life. And I once tripped while like looking at her. It's sentient being locked up in there. She was telling me so much about myself. This one's called Ketosis. It's also a subconscious expressionism piece. And I was on the brink of throwing up from diabetic ketoacidosis because I'm diabetic and I was not taking care of myself. And like, if you see right here, it's like split personality looking at this little girl who's then looking at this eye that's then looking back at herself because she's aware of all the shitty things that she's doing to herself. There goes the blood sugar alarm. And if you look like right there, that looks like a stomach demon. This piece is called Addiction. And I made this one in 7 minutes before going to a bar while I was going through addiction. This looks like the little part of you that like doesn't want to let go of the addiction. And this is like the higher part being like, you know better. You know better than to do this to yourself. Then we got the soul behind the vessel, which is like, we're this little guy down here, which is like the root chakra, but like, you open up, shine your light, and you're like, oh, I'm this divine fucking being. And I got control of the demons and everything. I don't know. I can't explain my own art that well. I'm a visual artist for a reason. And then over in the mannequin room, we have Feel the Story But Don't Believe It, which is a sister piece to that one over there, All Eyes on My Vessel. And that's about feeling the story but not believing it. Basically 2 versions of yourself fighting to like who has control. And it's supposed to depict like that transition of going from like one version of yourself to the next where you have to sacrifice that part of you to get to the other side. We have jealousy right here. These are snakes. These are demons. And they're looking at what you got and they're like, oh,